Hi, this video is to show you how to develop applications and drivers for Home OS or Lab of Things. Lab of Things source code is available at laboftthings.codeplex.com. So this is a site. I'm already there. The source code can be downloaded by going to the source code tab here. There are two ways to download the code. One is using Git. So the Git clone URL is available under the clone link, or you can download the sources, compressed sources, using the download tab link here. Sorry. So which is what I'm going to do, and I am going to save this on my desktop and just give it a shorter name. So once the download finishes, which it has right now, I'm going to open this folder and go to laboftthings.zip, extract all. And so this is the overall, so we extracted the zip files. They are here. Let me close this folder. So this is the top level Lab of Things folder. Under it you'll see a few other subfolders. Cloud has the source code for the services we run in the cloud. Documentation, Gadgeteer related sources are under Gadgeteer. Hub folder contains the applications, drivers, and the core platform code that runs on the Home Hub, and shared is the sources, set of shared sources. If I go under the hub folder, you'll see a bunch of other subfolders and the main solution file that we will focus on for in this video, code.sln. I would recommend not double clicking on code.sln, because what that would do is to start Visual Studio in the regular mode, not in the administrator mode. And what we need to do, or what we want to do, is to start Visual Studio in administrative mode if we want to use the debugging facilities of Visual Studio. So I have a handy link that lets me start Visual Studio in administrative mode. So once it starts in the administrative mode, you can see in the title it says administrator. What I'm going to do is to point my thing at under Lab of Things. So basically desktop, Lab of Things, hub, code.sln. So since I don't want it to bug me for every project about the security warning, I'll uncheck this box and we come here. So once I minimize this, you'll see there are a few top level folders. Apps are under, so apps folder contain our apps. So in the core.sln we've included two apps. One is the camera viewer, one is just a dummy app that we'll use for the purposes of this demo. Common contains a list of source codes and project that is common to applications, drivers, and the platform. Dashboard web contains our HTML based UI. Drivers contain drivers. In core.sln we've packaged two drivers, dummy and webcam, and dummy is the one we'll focus on for the purpose of this. Platform has the core platform code, and it has some other sub projects, but the main project that starts is called platform, under platform, this one. So since this is the project that starts, what we are going to do is to set this project as startup project. There we go. And a couple of other folders. Scout has where all the scouts for device discovery sit. And in the core.sln itself, we've basically packaging only the webcam scout for now. And shared has sources, like I mentioned, between common to cloud and hub. So once we have this, the first thing we'll do is to build the solution from here. So if we have all the prerequisites, this solution should build just fine like it did here. And the next thing I'll do is to start debugging. So this is just to see what the experience of running it for the first time is like. So I start debugging. Once I do that, this is the main Home OS console that shows up, and to interact with it, you can use what we call dashboard, which is our HTML5 based UI. To dashboard link, we have a handy URL under Lab of Things. If you go dashboard, this is a link here. This link, as you see here, is basically localhost 51430 port GUI web index.html. So what I'm going to do is to double click this link here, and it'll come to the top level page. So once the platform is completely reset, or you started from the first time, it basically asks you to set up your wireless network and stuff. If you were running this on a computer that has a wireless card, you should see a list of scanned wireless networks here. You can enter the security key, and to help the machine, which could be your hub, join the wireless network you want to join. But since I'm running this on a desktop that does not have a wireless card, I get this error while scanning Wi-Fi networks. So what I'll do is simply skip this option. So this setup process is also one time where you do home ID. This password is actually not used, so you can enter anything you want here. A home ID has to be unique across all Home OS installations, and so pick something that seems unique to you, um, like your first name and last name or something. This email address is what sent notifications are sent to, so I'll just set it up to my Hotmail address. So now we are set up, and I go to next. Um, and you see we have an exception. So let me actually bring this file to so we can see that. So the fact that you see an exception here does not mean the code is broken. This exception is actually expected. This is where authentication comes in. But just so that this exception is not bothering us every time we run the code in the debugger, what I'm going to do is to uncheck this box and go continue. And okay, so back to this thing. This is basically the dashboard we have right now. It shows where the home store is, what the settings are, and what add devices are. In the settings, one thing, the new code, it starts off with the organization ID being default. If you have registered an organization ID with us, what you can do is enter your org ID here. I'm going to use one we use internally at Microsoft Research called MSR lot, and I'll set my org ID there. Okay, there you go. So now we're at the dashboard. To quick run through that this code is actually kind of running. I suppose we wanted to add, now this is empty, no devices, no apps are running. I can go to add devices. What just happened was that my webcam scout, which was part of that, it ran, it discovered this camera. So what I'll do is to webcam, so I can do a location outdoors, and I'll install this application, camera viewer, done. So now we've installed actually the webcam device and the camera viewer app, and the camera viewer app can be just run. And this is me making this video. And this is just to show that, you know, things are, this is just a test, so you can test whether the things are fine or not.